Today, we're talking about a basic life skill that we're not taught in school. Some things you should know if you want to have a better relationship with money, and that is financial literacy, how to talk about money, and understanding the different concepts in the money world. Financial literacy refers to the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills, including personal financial management, budgeting, and investing. It's about knowing how to make informed decisions regarding money to secure your financial future. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. Now let's break down the core aspects of financial literacy. 1. Budgeting. Budgeting is an important aspect in project management, business, entrepreneurship, youth sports, school or group fundraising, and so much more. Like a diet is for nutrition, a budget is for financial health. If you don't tend to it, monitor it, or adjust it accordingly, it doesn't benefit you much. Budgeting is the practice of creating a plan for how you will earn and spend your money. The goal is to ensure that your expenses don't exceed your income. A basic budget includes income, money you earn from work, investments, or other sources. Expenses, which is money spent on essentials like rent, food, utilities, and non-essentials like entertainment and travel. In the second half of this video, I'm going to come back to budgeting and dive a little deeper into how to keep a budget and use a record of transactions. 2. Saving and emergency funds. Saving is setting aside money for future use, either for short-term goals like vacations or long-term goals like retirement. An emergency fund is specifically a savings account meant for unexpected expenses, like medical bills or car repairs. It's recommended to have 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved for emergencies. 3. Debt management. Debt is borrowed money that needs to be repaid, usually with interest. Managing debt responsibly is a key part of financial literacy. There are different types of debt. Good debt, debt that potentially increases wealth over time, like a mortgage, student loans, or real estate investments. Bad debt, debt used to buy things that don't appreciate in value, such as consumer debt or credit card debt for shopping, fancy dinners, or vacations. All debt carries a risk, so it's essential to familiarize yourself with and study the mechanisms of how to borrow and why you're borrowing. The better you understand the calculations or formulas, how loan processes work, and the field or area in which you're borrowing for, then the more informed you are on a decision that you'll be able to make. 4. Credit scores. Your credit score is a number that reflects your financial trustworthiness. Lenders use it to assess how likely you are to repay loans. Scores typically range from 300 to 850, with higher scores making it easier to get loans at better interest rates. Factors affecting your credit score include payment history, credit utilization, which is how much of your available credit you use, length of credit history, types of credit used, and recent credit inquiries. 5. Investing. Investing is about putting money into assets, like stocks, bonds, or real estate, or other assets, with the expectation of earning a return over time. It helps grow your wealth beyond what traditional savings accounts offer. Common types of investments include stocks, which is owning shares of a company, bonds, or lending money to a company or government in exchange for interest, and real estate, buying property with the aim of making a profit, either through renting or selling. Investing typically carries some level of risk, but the potential for growth makes it essential for long-term financial planning, especially for retirement. 6. Retirement planning. Planning for retirement involves saving and investing to ensure you have enough money to live comfortably after you stop working. Common retirement accounts include 401ks, which are an employer-sponsored retirement plan where you can contribute a portion of your salary before taxes, and an IRA, or individual retirement account, which is a personal retirement account that offers various tax advantages. Let's talk about taxes. 7. Taxes. Understanding taxes is another important aspect of financial literacy. Taxes are a portion of your income that's paid to the government to fund public services. You should know how to file your taxes annually, claim deductions or credits to reduce your taxable income, and understand the tax implications of financial decisions, such as selling investments, withdrawing from retirement accounts, and so on. 8. Insurance. Insurance helps protect you from financial losses. There are many types of insurance, such as health insurance, which covers medical expenses. Auto insurance covers damages or injuries in car accidents. Life insurance provides financial support to your dependents in case of your death. And home insurance protects your home and belongings from disasters. Why is financial literacy important? Being financially literate empowers you to make informed decisions, avoid debt traps, invest wisely, and achieve financial stability. It helps you plan for life events, such as trips, buying a car or a house, getting married, investments, retirement, or even just upcoming projects. It will also help you avoid or limit common financial mistakes, build wealth over time, and achieve financial independence. Building a strong foundation of financial literacy is a lifelong process that can lead to greater security and opportunities for wealth building. Now, when it comes to budgeting and getting things in order, a record of transactions should be used to accurately see where you are with your money. A record of transactions, also called a financial journal, is a key component of effective budgeting. By tracking every income and expense, categorizing them, and comparing them to your planned budget, you can ensure you stay on top of your finances and meet your financial goals. It reports the transfers of revenue and expenses in real time. It shows you where your money comes from, goes to, and is. The financial journal will also help you compile trial balances, spot unusual transactions, and create other financial statements, forecasts, reports, etc. Here are a few benefits of maintaining a record of transactions. Visibility. You have a clear, real-time view of how money flows in and out. Discipline. It helps you stick to your budget by keeping you aware of every dollar spent. Financial control. Knowing exactly where your money is going gives you greater control and helps prevent financial surprises. Savings opportunities. By reviewing your spending habits, you can find opportunities to cut unnecessary expenses and boost savings. So let's create a record of transactions template. First, let's identify the document and put our name or title in some way. After that, we create a table. There are at least 5 columns. Among those columns, there are single-spaced rows that fill the rest of the sheet. Now the left column is thin, and that's where we put the date. The second column is the widest, while the 3 far right columns are just wide enough so we can enter in our income, expense, and balance numbers. Let's go ahead and put titles in the top row. The first column is date. The second will be called item description and notes. The third column will be income, the fourth column expenses, and the fifth column balance. There's a link in the description to this Google Doc. Feel free to copy and paste it into your Drive folder and use it as your template. You can print this out and fill it out with a pen or pencil, or just keep it online in the cloud. Just remember to actually use it. If you can't or don't want to do this online, simply write it on a piece of paper. Okay, now that we're set up, let's see how this works in actuality, in real life. To get our balance, we have to first list where our income came from and how much it is. You can't start spending unless you have something to spend. So, where did my first deposit come from? This could be my last paycheck, a project for a client I just completed, or the cash I have in my pocket. Wherever the actual money comes from gets written in. For this example, let's use $100, a simple number to work with. We'd write the date on the left, then cash in pocket under item description, then $100 under income, then $100 as the balance. Always round down to the nearest dollar on income and up to the next dollar on expenses. If I actually earned $100.90, I'd round down to $100. Now, if we go by dinner and it's $9.10, we would write dinner and the place in the next column under item description and notes. Then put $10 and expenses. I always round up on expenses. From our balance of $100, we take out $10 and now our balance is $90. The next day, I give my buddy a ride to the airport and he gives me $20. So write the new date, then airport, Tony, and item description, 20 in income, and now 90 from our balance, plus that 20 puts us up to $110 in our balance. Now let's get gas for $40 and a water for $2. So under item description, gas, expenses 40, balance 110 minus 40 is 70, then that $2 water in item description, $2 in expenses, and now our balance is 68. If you'd like, you can pair this with an envelope system or a pencil pouch or deposit bag. You can use these items to store cash, receipts, printouts, or any other associated monetary and financial documents. Think of a record of transactions like a checking and savings account, or even better, an investment account. If all your money is already digital, your banking app uses a similar template. This system of you actually filling in the numbers and writing down or typing up all of the transfers is good to actually sort out and visualize and tend to as you earn or spend, so you're more cognizant and more aware of how you interact with money. It's an active way to manage your finances and not just let the bank do it for you. You'll be able to better identify where you should be putting your money and focusing your efforts. Whether you're broke, starting out, or growing, you have to continually learn new skill sets and work on, maintain, and improve the ones you've already developed. The less money you have, or the more money you want to keep, largely depends on how much knowledge you have and how resourceful you are. The more resourceful you can be in different fields of knowledge applied over a long period of time translates into experience, both failures and successes, from which you can learn from, adapt, and continue, eventually gaining more wins and compounding your interest on your investment in yourself. Let's talk a little bit more about records of transactions, and say we want to start our own business. We can use either online or printed another record of transactions. So we'll title this one accordingly. And our first line item description will be cash injection from main journal, with the amount you transfer to it at that time. Let's say $10 from our previous records of transactions. We'll document that there and move the money over to the new journal, and now you can track the money associated with that endeavor. Your next item line might have income with it, or it might be an expense, but you can keep that project isolated and tracked and measured. Say you're planning a vacation. No, you have a convention to attend, or maybe real estate to check out. You can use another journal and start properly planning for that. Record that in your main journal with what you're investing. Now, move that information to your new journal and fill it in accordingly. Organize your journals or records of transactions in a general budgeting folder, or with its specific project folder. The journal for starting your own business would go in that business's folder, and so on. Every few weeks or months or each year, whenever you schedule it in, go through to decide if you need to keep them easily accessible, refile for long-term storage, or if you no longer need them, purge. Now you have a method, a system, to effectively organize, manage, budget, and have more control over your money, your impact, and your life.